Hello, everybody, and welcome to the D&D podcast you didn't ask for. One more roll. My name is Zach, the Dungeon Master, and I'm here with the Winged Warriors, one of the many teams that will be competing in the Gauntlet of Champions. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Julian, and I play Reknork Pipe Crankinets. He is a half-orc barbarian fighter, multi-class, 7 levels in barbarian, and 1 in fighter.
Wonderful, wonderful. Give us a little fun fact about yourself. We got a lot of time for this one.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. The funnest fact about me is that I am the winner of the tournament. I'm gonna win. But I guess a real fun fact. What is fun about me? I'm an esports gamer for my high school, which I will not dox.
Are you sure? I think all the fans, all the members in the audience want to know what high school you play for.
I mean, you could figure out what state I live in and then find their official Twitch channel.
Okay, guys, don't do that. Guys, don't do that. Don't go stalking. Don't go stalking.
Yeah, please don't. I mean, I didn't say anything, but I am an all-star for the Super Smash Brothers season, or fall season, I should say. I am probably going to be a math major with a creative writing minor. I do like math and I do like writing. I'm pretty good at writing, if I do say so myself.
All right, so around this time, audience, you should be realizing there's only one person in this call besides me. It is Julian.
What? No way.
I know, crazy. And well, let's discuss that real quick. So this is going to be episode 4, as I'm planning it right now, even though it's the third one being recorded. And
I mean, you can see, viewers, that it is listed as episode 4.
This should be episode 4. This should be episode 4. And this is the last of the 4 teams that have been created based on the existing campaign that we're running.
Yep.
But it's not only that, it's that Reknork is a guest character. He's not actually from the main party.
Yeah.
So
Reknork
ended up teaming. Character. Yeah, he's like a reoccurring side character that's got a good amount of stuff to do with the plot.
Oh yeah.
And eventually we plan to make him like a main character of the party, but that's not what this is really about. So he has 2 NPCs on his team.
I do.
Which, as a result of that, he is alone. Funnily enough, we were actually talking in Dropping the Balls episode about Matthew a bit, right? And we learned that Matthew is also inspired by Kronk.
That's hilarious.
Which
oh my god.
Really fucking funny to me.
I guess
he's like, that's why I picked Barbarian. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
That's so funny.
I know.
Reknork is like based off of Kronk completely. His first name, Reknork, is just Kronk's full name, Kronker, backwards. And his last name...
Is that his full name?
What?
It's not just Kronk?
Kronker. Yeah, his full name is Kronker. And his last name is... Reknork's last name is Pipe Crankinets. If you were to flip the E's and the I's, you would get Kronk's last name.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
I feel like trying to sound it out because I'm so used to saying Pipe Crankinets because I play Reknork.
Yeah.
But you know what Matthew doesn't have?
What does he not have?
A voice. He does not have the Reknork Pipe Crankinets voice.
He does not have that voice. You're right. Yeah. He's got his own unique voice going on.
Yeah. But it's
so we'll talk about a bit about the history of Reknork first as a character before we actually get into, just because we need to kill some time, because otherwise this is gonna be a very quick podcast.
Probably the most, like, somehow one of the most complex characters.
He really is, and it comes down to the fact that my second ever party is where Reknork formed, and the main campaign this is taking place in is my third ever party. I
should say, Reknork was also not part of that party.
He was also not part of that party, you're right.
That party.
So one day there was an encounter we were running, right? And some people just did not show up and were kind of in and out, you know. I had half of them and stuff. And the problem was that for the first half of the encounter is that one of the players ended up being downed, and instead of using a healing spell, our lovely cleric decided to stabilize them, right? and then they went on with the rest of the session with leaving them outside, right? So they went in there with 2 people. I'm like, okay, fuck this, right? I kind of need to have, so, you know, another player. So I look at the 2 guests that are kind of just spectating, like, anyone you guys make a character. So I think Julian, right? I'm pretty sure you go to D&D Beyond and you randomize a character. Is that what you did?
No, I kind of just like I saw the first class on D&D Beyond was Barbarian. I clicked it. I was like, all right, let me real quick look at like races that I can choose. Oh, half orc. Here we go. And
Okay.
as I chose half orc, I was like, I've kind of been working on my Kronk impression because for a time I was like just doing random voices, which I guess is another fun fact. And I was like, I've kind of got a good Kronk voice. What if I just made Kronk? So I was like, all right, let me change his name. Oh, Reknork. I didn't have a last name at the time. I just introduced myself as Reknork. And then I looked up Kronk. Oh, Kronk has a last name. Let me not choose it. Let me be very convoluted and switch the E's and the I's. And Reknork Pipe Crankinets was born.
So yeah, he was originally a guest player, that later had to come back because the players got imprisoned for breaking the law. Now, keep in mind, they were supposed to break the law. They weren't supposed to surrender to the law, okay? So they just broke the law. They killed some people they shouldn't have killed. And then they surrendered to the Hawks, which are in Mulmaster.
Some of them did.
Some of them put up a fight, but then the rest of them surrendered. And then there was a whole month of homebrewed sessions. My first ever homebrew I was doing was essentially the jailbreak, right? And Reckenwork was one of the members on the team to break people out of jail. Now, of the entire group, I believe there was a total of, let me get the exact count of how many players there were for the jailbreak stuff.
Yeah.
I have it written down.
While you do that, I'll quickly explain what
got it right here. I already got it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 8 players, right? Including Julian, because there's a party of originally 5. They got 2 more players added in that right before the jailbreak stuff happened, and then I brought Julian back. So I think there was 3 people of that 8 that were not imprisoned, and you guys went in there. And ironically enough, out of the 8 of you, 1 of you died, which is from that 3, and then Reknork, also from that 3, ended up being captured, and he was essentially given the choice of dying or working under the Hawks in case this group ever comes back. And they're known as the Kingsmen. That's their group name because, foolishly enough, Mulmaster has a council of blades. They have the High Blade as their ruler.
Not a king.
Not a king, keep that in mind. And Lazar, being played by Mayo/Sawyer, who has his own interview down the line.
Man.
He ended up rolling a persuasion check to try and... deception check, I should say. To try and convince the guards to let them do something. And his excuse was, the king sent us, right? There's no king. He rolled a disadvantage. He got a natural 1. That's how the fighting started.
We're relieving you of your duties.
Yeah, we're relieving you of your duties.
I was in that call. I was out with family, and I was listening in. And the control that I had not to burst out laughing when he said that and then got a nat 1. Oh my god.
Straight up, I had to speed run, look up, what's their fucking government? Do they have a king? And then I see they don't have one. I'm like, okay, he has disadvantage. Yeah. It's a natural 1. So that kind of happened. That went down. There's a character named Pago Scala who ended up dying in that whole thing.
Yeah.
Pagos is actually important. So the Kingsman is actually really relevant. And the reason we're talking about this is because it's super relevant to this party in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because they killed a bunch of Hawks members. They killed I lost count over 40. Right? It was between 40 and 50. And I made it, as I mentioned in previous interviews, I kind of gave my own take on Mulmaster. I made it that there was 100 Hawks members, right? 100 elite guards, essentially.
Yeah.
And they killed about 40 to 50 of them. And that set the stages for plot to come. But one of the members they killed, the person that sounded the alarm, is actually the father of one of the characters on this team, one of the NPCs.
Yeah.
Who Pagos ended up killing before he ended up dying. But Reknork was a character there, returned as a guest player, kind of revealing, hey, he's still alive in this current campaign.
Black on that, because, what is it, Warden? He'd be considered the warden of the
he was considered the warden at the time. I used a custom night stat block for him.
So yeah, Warden captured Reknork and Fade to Black. I don't know how many, I think half maybe? Not even of the Kingsmen was in this party, the Elemental Evil 2 party.
It was two of them.
Yeah.
Returned. Which is part of the reason why we never continued running with the Kingsmen after they fled the city because we just didn't have the scheduling, and then a lot of them don't have the interest in just sitting down doing a whole D&D thing. But the warden, for context, is Gurren Maidoc, who is actually by this point you guys would have already met Mai in the interview process. That's Mai's father.
Yeah.
I haven't recorded that one yet, so in case I do not mention Gurren in that episode, which I might, there's a good chance I will, then there you go. That's the information you guys need. I know, a little cool fact. He has like a legendary weapon too. It's like fucking insane.
Yeah.
But Reckon crossed campaigns and has been a major part of the city.
He is,
and since then has befriended the current party and befriended the Hawks and has sort of grown a I don't know if distaste would be the word, but has sort of realized that what the party did, the Kingsmen, the original group that he was a part of, was wrong.
I would call it a distaste, kind of. For context, Reckon in like character, the person who gave the party, the Kingsmen, the quest, found Reckon and just told him very bare bones details. This party was arrested. I need you to track down the people who didn't get arrested and help them break the others out of prison.
Yeah, a very simple
what
task.
They did or whatever. So he went in just thinking, oh yeah, if they're in prison, these guys helped in this one mission that he showed up in. These guys gotta be good people. Why are they arrested? I think it's gotta be like, you know, bad. So he had no idea that they got arrested for their actions. Probably would have not helped if he knew those actions. And
so some of them were innocent. Some of them actually just did not.
Yeah, some of them were innocent. The people who were outside.
Minerva didn't kill anyone. Minerva didn't kill anyone.
Minerva didn't kill anybody.
Iran, who was actually let out, also didn't.
Yeah, I think it was just Minerva didn't get let out because, like.
Oh, there was 4 people. I realized Iran was let out, and then there was 4 people.
Oh yeah, Iran, Iran, Pagos, Brand, and then Reckon.
Yeah,
there we got 4. I forgot about Iran as well.
I was thinking there. I'm like, I feel like there was one more. Yeah, they used Iran to track down where you guys were, and then tried. Brand.
It was funny. Whatchamacallit, when Iran got out and he got to the tavern where Pagos and Brand were, there was a combat, and then it was revealed that Reckon was here. He kicked down the door and was just like, Run! There are people following you. You have to be wary and be ready for combat. While there are unconscious bodies right at his feet.
Yeah, pretty much. That was great. I love that. The plan was if they're struggling, I'll put you in there, but if not, you're gonna be joining at a comedic time.
Yeah, and then I spent like that entire combat thinking, how can I be comedic? But I mean, I think that's a good way of summing up Reckon. Trying to be comedic. Because he is obviously like a lighthearted character, you know, but he has his serious moments, and whenever he, you know, is on a mission, he is serious.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Kingsmen, it kind of like didn't really work because they all had their like dynamic, and then there were people who were new.
Kingsmen's a fucking shitty party. I'll be real with you. It is a catastrophe party. There's no way to spin it. It is arguably one of the worst parties that's ever existed in One More Roll.
But you know, now he works off of the party. Because a lot of them aren't really too serious, and when they're serious, it's more of a comic relief kind of serious. Reckon kind of strikes the balance of being comedic and then also being serious.
Yeah, I agree.
How I play it, it works. It's not like, oh, this comedic aspect of him, unnatural, or oh, this serious part of him, unnatural. They both just work.
It's also worth mentioning, Reckon was put into the handle and care of Cronus, who is a detective. Cronus is not a Hawks member, but like because of the lack of Hawks members alive right now, and a lot more have died, he's basically being tasked with like watching over you and shit. And since then, you two have befriended one another, and even Gurren is starting to warm up to you and realizing, okay, you know, he's not a terrible person, right?
Yeah,
so you're getting their trust slowly and surely.
Best friends. At least in Recknor's point of view, they're best friends. Reckon, I guess I can say this. He does have a cloak of protection.
Yes, he has a cloak of protection.
Cronus also has one, if I'm not mistaken.
Cronus, yes, you chose, I think, a navy blue to match Cronus's.
Yeah.
I think that's what you did.
But
because Cronus
in character, what it was is Cronus got Reckon one, and it just so happened that the one that he got for Reckon matched his, so Reckon calls it his friendship cloak,
which is
and he's
funny
just, like, really
sentimental
about it. Cronus is very serious, and then Reckon is kind of just like, oh, you big softy. Probably gave him a hug after it.
We should talk about the other two characters on your party as well.
Oh yeah,
which is Mark Williams, I believe his last name is Williams. I want to say it's fucking Williams. Give me a second. Yeah, it's
well, now it
Williams.
is. Now it is.
And now it is.
Even if it was.
You mentioned your subclass already, right?
Oh, I did not. I am an Ancestral Guardian barbarian.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk more about the Ancestral Guardian stuff in a bit. Mark Williams is an assassin rogue. He's kind of in his 30s and stuff, his late 30s. He's got a wife and a young daughter. His entire thing is that he's part of the Hawks in order to try to make the city peaceful, which is funny because it's considered the city of danger. And he uses we'll talk about what he uses in a bit, but you know, he's kind of like their range unit. He was actually there the day of the attack of the Kingsmen, but he was posted outside. He was in that group, which you guys did not do the front yard section, so he never actually encountered you guys.
Yeah, because they escaped out back.
Yeah, you escaped out the window, to be more accurate. Out the side window.
They did.
You guys did.
Well,
yeah, you did.
I think it was me who came up with that idea.
I think I don't know if it was you, but I know Gurn came down the stairs and everyone at that point was like, "Oh, we're fucked if we don't leave right now." And I think I made that very clear. Like, you guys need to leave. You are not beating him right now. To make matters worse, people on the first floor are coming up the stairs now. Like, you are out of time. You are out of time. So Justin Justice is the other character. And it's funny that these characters even exist because originally they were just nameless NPCs that the party then befriended and asked for their names, and I came up with them on the spot. And I thought, what can I give a guard member? Justin Justice? Okay, he's all about justice. There, perfect, you know?
There you go. And what class is he, Zachary?
He's a paladin, Oath of Devotion, right?
Or
his whole thing is about protecting others.
On the streets, it's called the Oath of Justice.
Oath of Justice, precisely. He's pretty simple. He's got a shield. He's got his father's sword. He only joined the Hawks because his father died, and is actually he's a revenge character. He wants revenge. It doesn't seem like that when he's on screen a lot of the times because he's mostly very happy and mostly talking about protecting others. But his motive, make no mistake, is I will find these people and I'll bring them to justice. Hence the last name, which is really fun. They were actually both trained by Ragnarok and Cronus because they were level 1 when the party met them, and by training they're able to catch up, and now they're all level 8, which is really fun.
Also, you forgot one fact about Justin Justice. Which also, my interview has not happened yet. M-A-I, the character Mai.
My Maidox interview hasn't happened, and it might be mentioned there. But if it's not, we'll mention it here. Go on.
So Justin Justice and my Maidoc are a canon ship. They're dating.
They are dating. Gurren does not know, canonically, which is really
fun.
Not? He does not.
That's hilarious. Oh
Gurren
my God.
actually has no idea that Justin and Mai are dating, and Justin is terrified to tell Gurren. And it's funny because they were childhood friends, right? But Mai was always interested in joining the Hawks, and wasn't allowed to after the Kingsman incident because he's concerned for her safety, even though now she's really, really powerful. Justin had no interest in joining the Hawks. They were only friends because their dads were, basically co-workers.
They knew each other.
And Justin became interested only afterwards. And they've sparred a few times, 1v1s, and Justin has never come out on top. It's insane. I've tried my best.
That's gonna change!
I've tried my best to have Justin beat Mai before, but it's genuinely disheartening to him how much he cannot beat her.
Yeah.
But now Justin doesn't have a magical sword, right? But he did just get some plate armor, baby. That 20 AC is looking fresh.
Justin is very nice. And so is Mark. Mark is just a solid unit.
Mark is very solid. I remember the first time their classes were shown off. It was actually, and this is going to be the time that this comes out, it'll be over a year. But yeah, it was the Christmas special back in 2021. Yeah. There's a mimic invasion, right? Which is actually very important to the plot, but they have no idea why yet.
I don't.
You know why, but the main party doesn't. And Justin...
Yeah, I was kind of just lying to the audience.
Justin was shown fighting 5 mimics, and you see his blade glowing, and he was smiting. And then when one of the creatures almost attacked him, the fucking crossbow bolt just shot one of the mimics down because Mark was on the roof. And it was a really fun fight. And that's also when I brought back Gurren, actually. That's when I brought back Gurren for the first time, because I had him fight a giant tree mimic that the party could not beat by himself. That was the only time I gave the party an NPC that was stronger than them in order to beat enemy, just because it was a for fun, important session there,
And also just for in character. It just, cements
Yeah, it would
how
make sense
powerful
the first time you
Gauntlet
fucking see him is he's defending the city.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun, and honestly, now that we've talked about these characters quite enough, they're both human, by the way, because Mole Mask is very human-based, but obviously Reknork is a half-orc. He's in that minority.
Yeah, I mean, he's more humanoid, so it's realistic for there to be some, like, elves, halflings, probably dwarves.
Question, do you use armor or no?
No, because barbarians get unarmored defense.
Yeah, but you only have a +4 in that.
I wield a shield.
Oh, so that's how you get the 7. Okay, that's a good
And
sign.
I have a cloak of protection. Yeah. So I have a +3 in con and +1 in dex. That's +4. Makes 14. Shield makes 16. Cloak of protection, 17. Didn't even need to use a calculator. I'm so good. Anyways, what else is there to talk about those NPCs? I mean, I guess the dynamic of them in character, just roleplay wise.
In character, Mark is he's very laid back and probably the
Yeah.
most serious of the three of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Justin and Reknor are kind of the more we're having a good time kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Reknor has his moments of seriousness, and Justin's whole thing is revenge, and it's just,
Yeah.
So they're all pretty serious, I'd say.
When it comes to the job, they're all serious. When it comes to not the job, or more laid back mission, like, rebuilding Mole Master.
Yeah, after the
Reknor
devastation
are kind of just like, they're more relaxed, but, they still work. It's not like they're lollygagging.
So, let's see. That's pretty much a nice introduction. I think now we've pretty much touched upon all of the personality and backstory of these characters. I think now is a good time to talk about the actual strategies each of them have individually, and then discuss the synergy together. Do you want me to start off with Mark, or do you want him to start off with like Reknork and then Justin and then Mark?
I'll go first.
Yeah, let's start with Reknork. I have the character sheet open right now. I can't help but notice. Let me ask this real quick.
Yes.
At level 4, did you take an ASI or a feat?
I took a feat. I have the Tavern Brawler feat, which
right,
I've never had to use.
It's good flavor though.
It boosted con, but yeah, in case I'm ever disarmed, I have the D4 for unarmed strikes, and if I need to, grappling is bonus action.
Which honestly, disarming might be pretty big in the tournament because we have directly seen my disarm opponents and then use their weapon against them, and that is really fucking scary.
Oh yeah,
we have seen it before.
Reknor, who has a fun weapon.
Yes, is it a question? Is your weapon, does it have attunement on it, or is it a non-attunement based?
I believe it is not attunement.
Let's verify, just because
I can just look it up.
Yeah. Get a quick verification, because if it is not attunement, anyone who gets it by disarming you also has the ability.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. Blade of the Empire. Yeah, it does not. So the reinforced Blade of the Empire, if you were to look it up, you'll get a photo of it. First photo, that's what it looks like. We have modified it slightly for this tournament to be a D8 instead of a D6.
Yeah, it's a longsword now. Also, thanks to Cronus, because Cronus got it upgraded.
Yeah, and then military precision makes it a +1 weapon. I guess it's not technically a magic weapon.
Is it not?
I guess it's not technically. I don't know.
No, if it's a +1, it's considered magic.
Okay, then it is a +1.
So like for the sake of ignoring resistances to non-magical, it would go past that.
Yeah, and then my favorite ability, Lawkeeper. If you are of lawful alignment, which Reknor is lawful neutral, you deal an extra 1d8, because we've upgraded it, 1d8 slashing damage to creatures with a chaotic alignment on a success.
Oh, is that upgraded too?
I mean, is it? You decide. It's either an extra d6 or a d8. I just assumed it got upgraded because it's the same damage die as normal damage.
I was assuming it functioned more like Flame Tongue, where it was the d6 and that stayed, which I'm not against upgrading it later, but I think I'd rather upgrade that when I make it like a +2 or something down the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's still 1d6.
So it'll be, 1d8 plus 1d6 is still pretty good though, let's be real for a second.
Plus 1, and then plus, whatchamacallit?
2 for your strength.
Oh, and fighting style duelist.
You have the dueling fighting style?
Yes, I do.
Shit, really?
I do have dueling. Because
I don't see your fighting style at all, but I'm assuming it's dueling.
I believe I do. And no, it's not. Protection. I'm dumb. That's
protection.
Reknor's whole gimmick is protection fighting style.
Oh
Uh,
shit! Right. Which I mean, you
it'd
can
be a
always
plus
take. Yeah. Okay.
+2, so
hmm
+3 to damage.
Okay, that's still pretty
Yeah,
good. A
but
D8
I
on
guess
average is what, like 4.5. Then you have the D6, which is 3.5, so that becomes an average of 8 damage, plus the 2, plus the 1, plus your rage bonus of 2, means
yeah,
on average for one swing you do 13 damage, which is
yeah,
26 in a single turn because you have extra attack. But considering that you're a barbarian and you have a reckless attack, there's a good chance you will be critting more often than not.
yeah. I mean, I guess that kind of like works to segue into it. Rec doesn't really use the reckless attack too much. You
Really?
know, I don't use it too much. It's kind of just like it's pretty anime. But once he's like kind of low at HP, he starts going, all right, it's like all or nothing now. He goes even further beyond. But I feel like in this tournament he might use it more
hmm
because like, in normal combat, you're kind of like you don't really know what's going to happen and people are usually spread out. In all
Yeah, you're
combats that
fighting for your life, you
he's
know?
kind of like 1v1ing 1v like 2ing, 3ing, tanking, because barbarians are naturally good tanks. So giving all of your enemies when you're surrounded with like 2 or 3 advantage to hit you, it can kind of stack up, especially with Ragnarok, who has admittedly below average HP, only sitting at 75, which, not terrible,
It's not awful.
but
It's not terrible.
not off. It's under
It can be better.
average though.
It can
For
be
a
better.
70-12, max is 84. It is unfortunately kind of bad. Oh no, it'd be 8d4. I don't know why it's no, yeah, it's 74. Yeah, and
Go
then
up your average
plus
HP.
1d10 because I am a fighter. So it's
Yeah, so
70-12 plus
on average you would have, if it was 12, it'd be 6 times 6, I'm pretty sure. No, 6 times 7 for 42, so that'd bring you up to a 54, and then you add a 6 to it. On average it would be, but then you have to add 8
on.
times 3. On average it'd be like 84, I think. I think you're pretty, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're pretty low. You're pretty low for a
I'm kind of low.
barbarian,
I mean,
honestly.
it's 9 HP,
It
but
could make or break, but like, there's other stuff. You have to consider the fact that Justin is a paladin, so
yeah,
he could totally just use all of his lay on hands on you if he wanted to,
exactly. But
which is
going
probably
back,
how he'd be using that. But yeah, back to the actual Ragnarok strategies. So tell me about the blade. Obviously, works better against anything with a chaotic alignment, right? That's what we,
yeah, which
or
is
is it
very
evil?
nice. It's it's just chaotic.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty
But
good.
yeah, it's fun.
Evil's harder to get than chaotic, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, Zach can attest. Anytime like Ragnarok is in, and I always hit, I always get super excited and go, "Do they have chaotic, or are they of chaotic alignment?"
hmm
And then I'm really sad when they don't, but really happy when they do. We still gotta. I guess I would still do the same thing of just asking, "Are they of chaotic alignment?"
Yes, you would. You would.
Yeah, that makes
And then
sense.
I will let the other people answer. I was just checking your first match. I wanted to see how many people had chaotic alignment. I'll be real with you. I'm not gonna tell you though. I'm not gonna tell you. I just checked though.
Obviously, but
So
that's
yeah.
fun.
If
And
you find a
then,
chaotic alignment, obviously that's an easier person for you to target because you could just
oh
farm.
yeah. And then, went over Reckless Attack. He'd probably use it more. Now that
He'd
it's like
probably,
an
yeah.
even battle. And, he
hmm
has Justin, who is a tank as well, so he can
Yeah,
kind of like.
we'll discuss Justin's build in
But
a bit.
yeah. And
Let's
then we
discuss your
have.
subclass. That's like the
Yeah.
big thing for you, honestly.
Oh yeah. So I've taken Ancestral Guardian, which has basically made Ragnarok this weird hybrid of support, but also just like attack. So right now, because we are a level 8 character in the tournament, I don't have their no, I don't have the actual names, but you can just Google it if you really want to know. But one ability I have is first person that I hit has disadvantage on attacks rolls against anyone other than me. And if they somehow hit, target has resistance to whatever damage it is. And then my second one is for a reaction, I can reduce damage to someone within 30 feet of me by 2d6. So I am really good at just like making people focus me. It's a taunt mechanic.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. Specifically, tanks can either just be, tanky in general, or they could be built to be like taunting, where their entire thing is you can't hit anyone but me, come at me, you know, which is really good, and it flavors wonderfully because you can only apply that to one person at a time, right?
Yeah, and it's only when I rage. So if for whatever reason I don't rage, then those
Yeah.
abilities don't come on. Which for
You're
a
gonna be raging
tournament
every match.
doesn't
Yeah.
really
No,
matter because I'm gonna be raging. I have
per
4
match,
rages.
per match.
Gonna be using it per match. Yeah.
But if we combine protection fighting style, right, with his shield, that means you would be able to essentially, if you are standing next to someone, make it so that 2 enemies would have disadvantage when attacking your ally next to you.
Yeah, I mean, protection fighting style unfortunately uses my reaction to impose disadvantage.
Yeah, but what else do you have for reaction?
Oh, the reducing damage. But I mean...
Is that on yourself or is that on someone else?
What, the reduced damage? To someone else.
How many of those do you
reduces
have?
the damage done. It's just based off of reactions. If I have a reaction, I can do it.
Really?
Ancestral Guardian, yeah.
I want to check this out.
Every time you say anything like that, I always get worried that I do stuff wrong. Oh yeah, so
yeah, you're
the first
right.
one,
you just do that.
the disadvantage, Ancestral Protectors, and the other one is Spirit Shield. And I haven't really talked about it, but I want to flavor it as like the spirits of the people from the Kingsman incident. I know it's like ancestral.
No, yeah, that's totally fine though. We never really built up his ancestors. That's okay.
I like the thing.
I'm fucking in for that.
Yeah,
like 40 of them dead.
I mean, people do that all the time with just like flavoring
also,
that to not be their
I realize you are correct, right, about the reaction, but there's a very clear difference on when each one should be used. And this isn't really. I'm not even like fucking helping you here. This is just pretty obvious. For the fighting style, specifically on protection, the exact wording is when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use a reaction while wielding a shield, right? Spirit Shroud, 1 doesn't require a shield, 2 has a 30-foot range. So in a situation where, for example, someone not next to you is being affected by an attack, boom, you could be like, you know what, I'm gonna reduce that damage instead. Let's go. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh, I do that all the time.
It's honestly a really nice kit.
I think I kind of got it. I've gotten it down, and you know, it's very helpful, especially with like, you know, our real only support. If I didn't take Ancestral Guardian, would be the Paladin with healing, but Justin doesn't really spellcast.
As all Paladins should, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You really don't need to spellcast. But with me being an Ancestral Guardian, I can just boost both teammates, and all of us kind of benefit from it. Because, you know, I can rage, which reduces non-magical damage, or I guess non-magical physical damage.
I mean, even if it was magical physical damage, you still reduce it. Yeah, it's just bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It doesn't matter if it's magical or not.
Yeah, just the physical damage is the big.
That's why barbarians are so fucking good. Imagine how shitty they'd be. Yeah, I have a magical sword. I negate your rage.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever encountered one, like a magical damage. And even if I did, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, yeah, that reduces it. So, you know, I'm glad I'm correct if I ever did that. But yeah, and then I have my fighter style, not my fighting style, my fighter level, which, you know, it gets me second wind. Yeah, it's a good healing option. Just 1d10 plus 1, which, you know, can help in situations.
I agree completely.
And then I have the level 7 feature, Barbarian, Feral Instinct, which gives me advantage on initiative. And we discussed the optional feature that some people can take. With Regnark's training for this tournament arc, he has mastered the Instinctive Pounce ability, which whenever he rages, move up to 20 feet, which is half of his movement of 40.
So pretty much turn 1 when you rage, you can move 60 feet, which is fucking amazing.
Turn 1, I can move 60,
and if you chose to action dash for whatever reason, then you move 100 feet in that turn.
Yeah.
Which is just, you know, which is just real nice if you need to get real far, real fast.
Yeah. I mean, in the tournament, it's not going to ever come up. I might not even use my full movement because, you know, I want to stay in range of everybody. But you know, if I need to, for whatever reason, move, I can. And I do actually want to check something real quick. Does this impose opportunity attack?
It should still impose opportunity. I don't think it ignores it.
Yeah, it doesn't specify it, therefore it does, which, you know, unfortunate, but it'd be funny.
Well, it's only when you activate rage, so odds are you're not gonna be right next to them, you know what I mean?
Rage lasts for 10 rounds, which realistically, we're gonna hit over
Dude,
10 rounds.
if the match goes on for 40 rounds, there's a problem, okay?
No, yeah, 40 rounds, but I'm just saying it's possible. And Rage ends.
It can end prematurely, yeah.
I think it starts at the beginning of my turn, on like after the round is up. So it ends, then I can rage again.
Yes, it does. It does because it starts. You use rage first, and it's like a free thing, and then you have turn 1. So by the time you get to your 10th turn, rage will end after your 10th rage. Meaning there will be a small window. There will be a small window. I'm pretty sure of that turn of you won't have rage. I'll double check that later, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not a small one. It's the odds of you going that far are pretty unlikely to begin with, unless there's more barbarians, which then it might take a while. Let's talk about
at least
Justin, because
he's
he's built to synergize with you a lot, right?
Oh yeah, Justin and Ragnarok synergize a lot.
So I just wanna double check Justin's HP math real quick because it's something that I always look at and think to myself that can't be right. Oh, every time, right? So as a paladin, it's a D10, right? He starts off with 14 HP because he has a +4 in his Constitution.
Makes sense. That's level 1.
His biggest stat is Constitution, just like Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then he has on average another 10 HP, right? 7 times because it's 6 on average, and then you add the extra 4, so that's another +70, right? So on average, he would have 84 HP, right?
Same as Ragnarok.
Same as Ragnarok. And now, I think I rolled really fucking good on this, right? I always roll for HP. I always roll for HP.
Of course.
Because my man has 95.
Oof.
I'm almost positive I did not fuck up, right? Like I'm very meticulous with how I upgrade my characters and stuff and how I do it. There's a whole process.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have fucked up because if I change the HP, I change other things too. So there wouldn't be a reason I would change the HP, go back and be like, oh, I didn't upgrade him yet, So Justin is genuinely just at +11 over, which across
I'm not gonna complain.
7 levels means he's consistently rolled really well. If he's ever rolled poorly, he's rolled insanely good.
Yeah. Average wise, he's rolled above average.
Above average.
It's possible
consistently.
But yeah.
Now he's also a frontliner, just like Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
He's got the long sword equipped. He's got the plate armor and the shield equipped. He doesn't actually have a magical sword either, right? He doesn't have anything special like that, but he doesn't need anything special because my man has 2 feats, and honestly, they're both pretty good. And I realized I wrote down all types of armor without writing all armor. I'm just going to simplify that for myself right now. So Justin has the Charger feat for starters.
Oh yeah.
So when he dashes as a bonus action to attack or shove, if he moves 10 feet in a straight line, he can either gain a +5 bonus to damage on a hit, or he can push someone 10 feet away on a successful shove, right? Meaning he can swing for free as a bonus action if he dashes up to an enemy. So he can get himself a 60-foot movement speed turn 1, and then swing his sword, and if he lands the attack, which he has a +7 to hit, if he lands it, then it'll do around 1d8 +4 +5 as well, right?
Which is +9 for people who can't do stuff.
Yes, which isn't that good, but for a turn of dashing as an action for a paladin, it's not awful.
Yeah. And he can move 60 feet. You know who else can move 60 feet?
Ragnarok.
Cranking it.
So turn one, they can both move
already
quite in unison with one another.
Yeah. Already synergizing with the feats, which we didn't even plan this. They did not know.
Charger was not planned. Charger was not planned.
I want to say
there was a feat that was planned to synchronize with Ragnarok, which is his beautiful Sentinel. He's got Sentinel.
There you go.
If he's up in an enemy, bro, he's just gonna make sure that they cannot disengage. They cannot leave. I think the mobile feat ignores this, right? Mobile beats Sentinel, but unless they have the mobile feat, they cannot get away from him without potentially him swinging. And to make it even better, I've ruled it now where a natural 1 opportunity attack, right, is a free reaction. It doesn't cost your reaction to do.
It doesn't cost his reaction.
So if someone moves away and there's an opportunity attack, it costs his reaction. But if he gets a natural, someone gets a natural 1 to hit him, he can swing for free.
He just swings. Yeah.
So because I felt bad that I made it where, hey, you have to use your reaction, which some people actually build stuff for their reactions up intentionally, and I felt guilty about that.
Yeah.
Of course, being devotion is aura devotion, so people can't charm Reknork or him within range, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. It's not bad.
Pretty nice. I mean, the way you're gonna get charmed is by spellcasters, which is, you know, the main weakness of these two burly men.
Yeah. Although you do have advantage on deck save. I'm just gonna check something on the devotion real quick.
Yeah.
They get sacred weapon. So as an action, oh fuck. 1 second, I need water. Hang on.
No, Zach! He's dying, guys. Guys, you gotta send this podcast episode to 5 of your friends to help Zach live.
It's the only way.
Contagious cough. And only mine, though. Everybody else's, don't watch. If you see anything that is not for Winged Warriors, don't watch it, because they're all losers.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the self-plug for yourself and for myself.
Of course.
So, pretty much, this I don't think is a concentration, but as an action, he can imbue 1 weapon of his own using his Channel Divinity, so that he adds his Charisma modifier to his attack rolls.
Ooh, that's nice.
So not damage, but attack. So his +7 becomes a +10 because of his 16 Charisma, which is just really, really nice. Also, the weapon becomes magical for that duration, and emits a bright light and a dim light as well, which is just really good. Especially because nice. Turn on Holy is not useful, honestly.
Yeah, but you know what is useful, Zachary? His fighting style.
His fighting style. Let me scroll down to see it. He also has protection.
Oh yeah.
So he's pretty much, if let's say Reknork reckless attacks, right? He can negate advantage. They can just be negated, and then they have to swing normally.
I mean, one person, but you know, can still be very.
That could be huge, though. One person can still be huge. He's got his Divine Smite. He's got 40 points, and let me update this. 40 points of Lay on Hands, which is better in bulks. And the best part is Aura of Protection, right? From his base class. You know what that is? Or have you not played Paladin enough?
I have not played Paladin at all.
Okay. Whenever you and an ally within 10 feet of you makes a saving throw, they gain a bonus equal to their Charisma save.
Ooh.
So you get a +3 bonus on any saving throw when you're right next to Justin.
Nice.
Which is great because spellcasters.
Yeah, which spellcasters? Oh, that's the main weakness.
There's no spellcasters on your team. This is true.
There's no spellcasters, which unfortunate, but we're gonna manage. We'll be fine.
Which is funny. We're following off an episode that also is very, very attack heavy, which is dropping the ball. Oh shit! Oh shit! Give me a second.
Anyways, but yeah. I mean, spellcasters are always an issue for very melee-heavy units, such as barbarians and even paladins. I'd argue more paladin, because AC is nice. Barbarians don't really have too big AC. I mean, I guess Reknork doesn't, but Justin with his 20 AC, kind of nice.
It's pretty nice.
Having a spellcaster like just negate his AC by going saving throw, it's not really good for Justin.
So I'm gonna say really quickly, right? Really quickly. Give me a hot second. I'm bleeding and I blood on my pants, and I would like to go deal with that. So we're gonna take a quick pause. It's still gonna be recording. It's still gonna be recording, right? But for everyone else, we are going to be jump cutting to the scene where I'm not bleeding anymore, and I'm back in my seat, and we could actually continue the rest of this interview. So just give me one second, guys. One hot moment.
Yeah. Hot minute, gamers. I'm gonna ignore what Zach said and still talk. Maybe he'll find some use in what I say. For everybody who is competing or has competed, if you're already out. For people who are out, El Bozo. For people still in, a preemptive El Bozo to you.
I've returned, Julian. Are you here?
What the hell? I was talking to the viewers.
Dude, I'm cutting all that out.
Yeah, Marlon. No, there's some stuff you could use.
Okay, I'll go through it.
You're gonna have to lick it.
I'll go through it anyways, guys.
I was talking about Reknork's, his relationship to the party.
Guys, it's been 8 minutes. Yeah. It's been 8 minutes, and this happened because you didn't share with 5 of your friends. I bled for 8 minutes because you guys
What
did not
heck,
share
guys?
with 5. Go do it now. Stop the
Guys!
video. Pause it right now. Go share with 8 of your friends right now. I'm changing to 8.
If it's
8 of your friends.
Spotify, you can close out. You can close it.
You got premium?
out.
You got
Like,
premium?
don't have to
Yeah,
pause it.
you got
Keep listening.
premium.
Nah, not even. Like, you can just, as long as you have Spotify, like, open, you can
You're right.
go and send it to your friends.
You're right. Yeah. Guys, right now. Don't even pause. I'm yelling at you right now. Go ahead, grab the share button, grab the link. Go to your friends right now. Give it to them. You can either start them off in episode 1, which is with the Battle Masters, or you can start them off here. I don't give a shit. Pick a random one. Go get them into it.
No,
Find an episode you like.
Wait. I care. This episode, only this episode, and the tournament, obviously. Not any of the other interviews. I swear to God,
really
if
funny.
I
This is the only episode that
any
goes well
viewer
like a tournament. This is the only episode
it'd be
that gets
so
over 1,000
funny.
views.
It'd be awesome.
I'll be really fucking pissed if this one gets over
look
1,000.
at that. 1,000. Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh damn.
10K.
Anyways, yeah. Now you gave me more work of having to go through 8 minutes of content and find what to cut and what not to cut. Where was I talking about?
We were talking about the characters.
About their combat stuff, right? We're on Justin.
Yeah.
So Justin's pretty much going to be very much next to Ragnarok for a lot of this stuff, and they're going to be the frontliners. I'm going to talk about Mark before talking about the full synergy and asking you questions, because obviously, as I mentioned in a previous episode, if you guys watched those previous episodes, all the NPCs,
which you didn't,
on other players' teams will be following the orders of the actual players. So unless there's an in-character reason Justin will do something that would ignore Ragnarok, Julian gets to decide how Justin and Mark go about this combat, right? Which he has to decide prior, because if he doesn't, then I have to assume what's best.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm gonna let Zach do that because I care about Zachary. He's my teammate, and we're gonna win because hashtag save money. One of the two teams with just one person, which saves Zach's money for prizes.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever mentioned this in any of the episodes prior. I know I didn't for 2 of them. Each member on a team gets a $25 gift card to Hero Forge,
Ooh,
pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Up to $75 out of my pocket. I don't have money, which is why it's only 25. But if I had money, this was a big event and there's a lot of people I knew were gonna watch it, it'd be like $100 per person, All I'm saying,
it's 25.
25 is not bad. It's enough to like get you most of the way there. You might need to spend like another $10, right? But you're
and if Zach's saving $50, then
I'm saving $50. Not a bad thing. But for real, let's talk about Mark now.
I'm gonna rob you of all of your money.
Oh no.
/J.
So Mark is equipped with heavy crossbows and hand crossbows. He's an assassin rogue, 8 levels of that, and he has the alert feat. So he has a +9 to initiative, and because of his assassinate ability, he has advantage on creatures that haven't taken a turn yet, right? And I think that's only a 1-turn thing, because their whole thing is that it's The problem is, because they're not going to be surprised, he doesn't get the automatic crit as well, which is the big thing that normally he would get.
You get to sneak attack.
He does have sneak attack with it. He has advantage on the shot. So advantage, with a +9, I can't think there's a lot of characters that have a higher initiative than he would. He has the chance to be one of the highest in any team. I think I have like one NPC with a +10 or something like that, right? That has like a dexterity of 20. But Mark only has an 18 dex. But I'm looking to see what else he has.
I mean, in terms of combat,
he's very simple. He's the backliner, right? His entire thing is, I'm going to snipe someone turn 1, hopefully get them out, and then I will continue to support best I can. His AC is not that good with a 16. It's okay, but for level 8, it's not that good. And he's mostly going to be using the heavy crossbow because he doesn't have... I think you need to make the hand crossbows work, right? And I allow it for flavoring with like when you recruit him on missions, but in actual player versus player combat, I don't think he can use the hand crossbows as a bonus action.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Unless I bribe Zach.
No, I think it's crossbows is what you need. I don't think.
Bastard.
Can you dual wield hand crossbows, 5e? I'm pretty sure.
I think that you have a loading property.
You would need to reload with the free hand. So reloading, it's a whole pain. He's going to be heavy crossbow as his main thing, right?
And if for some whatever he loses his heavy crossbow, he's not unarmed. He has hand crossbows.
He has hand crossbows. He has daggers in case someone gets really close to him for some reason. But for the most part, he doesn't have much going on. Like, I'm looking at his kits right now, really. Like, there's not a lot that he has. His big thing is going to be turn 1, as Assassin Rogues are known for. So I should ask now, if Mark is the backliner, let's assume he gets first turn. You have to, prior to the match starting, inform Mark which opponent he's shooting at, right? So could you explain to the audience what the criteria is going to be for that?
Yeah. So, of course, the main targets will be spellcasters, because spellcasters are definitely our biggest threat. So getting them out of the way, spellcasters are typically squishy, doing a lot of damage to those, even killing them. If like he gets a crit, he could probably take out a spellcaster. So yeah, spellcasters top of the hit list.
While you're talking, I'm doing the damage to see what his crit would be.
That's fair. After that, you're looking at like the squishier people, and if for whatever reason Reknor and Justin move before him, or immediately after, because if they move forward, it's all right, but immediately after, he's gonna target one who they can probably reach, so they can easily follow up. Typically, it's gonna be spellcasters though. After that, it's gonna be people who look the squishiest, because I'm not gonna know the people's like classes and stats.
Yeah, unless they like tell you somehow. You know, like they could like
everybody listening. Tell me your class right now.
It's funny. This won't be uploaded until after the tournament's already. Yeah, honestly, this team's pretty built. So spellcasters, anything that looks more squishy. So there's like a heavy armored unit. You're not shooting at the heavy armored unit.
No. Because like they're the most likely to have a high AC. If Mark rolls low, I mean he has a +9, but like if he rolls a 7, that's a 16 to hit. That'll hit most spellcasters, but not most like, heavily armored people. Won't hit Marlig. Ugh, Marlig.
Fucking Marlig, bro.
Marlig. Anyways, yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so I got some math for you. So on average, without critting, right? Mark does 23.5 damage, right?
Nice.
On max, he can do 38. On average, with critting, he can do 43 damage on average, which is probably like half of a spellcaster's HP. And then on max, he can do 72 damage.
The 40 is half of Reknor, so I would hope it does good damage to a spellcaster who has.
We also gave him the steady aim. We gave him the steady aim feature. So honest to God, Mark has a great way to have a high crit chance.
What happens if people don't know about the steady aim? Can you explain?
Oh man, if you guys don't know the steady aim optional feature, you're missing out. This is a rogue ability. They can use their bonus action and all their movement, right? So their movements drop to 0 entirely. You need to use all of it. You cannot move 5 feet and then use it. You have to not move your turn and negate all your movement. It takes your bonus action, but you're able to aim the shot a bit better and give yourself advantage on the next attack, which for rogues, you only get 1 attack, is huge.
Yeah, and also, advantage gives you sneak attack. Helps.
Honest to God, steady aim. You know what steady aim does? It just gives him the assassinate ability, basically, without the surprise part.
Yeah.
It's just really good.
It really does, actually. It actually just does.
So Mark's whole thing is, I'm in the back, I'm gonna get advantage of my shots, and I hope I crit you guys to death.
Yeah, and, which kind of works, because traditionally, in an ideal setting, Reknor and Justin are up front. People are trying to swarm them, and if they try to go to Mark, who realistically moves probably a max of 20 feet forward, they can be caught. So Mark can kind of like just sacrifice that movement about too much, because why would he move? If people get close, he shoots them, and if they get close, that attracts the big guys to walk over nonchalant.
I imagine the big guys would be trying to fight in the middle of the arena to make it be like, hey, like, good luck getting past us.
I mean, they can clear 60 feet turn 1. That probably gets you to middle of the field.
Oh, let me tell you this. You're gonna love this, right? Ready? So when you start off there's a turn 0, right? That is all movement, and you can action or bonus action to dash. You have all your dashing abilities, right? Anything that can make you move. So essentially, you could start anywhere you want, with your full movement. Ragnarok can move 80 feet anywhere in the arena, up to halfway. He can start direct if it's enough movement. He can start directly in the middle of the arena, in theory.
That's awesome, and I don't rage, so I can rage. That's oh my god, that's
I'm making
hilarious.
it flexible with that because I want people to not, the marshals especially, to not have to worry about potentially not reaching their enemy's turn 1.
Yeah.
So what I want to know, because we know what Mark's purpose is now, is what are we hoping for initiative in terms of Justin and Ragnarok? Like, how are you hoping for that to work?
Well, I mean, Ragnarok has advantage, so I always hopefully roll high on at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
In an ideal world, though, Mark moves first to weaken somebody, and then Ragnarok moves second, or Justin moves second. And they just try and finish the job, basically.
I use bonus action, finish the job.
Bonus action, finish the job. And with Paladins get extra attack, right?
Yes, they're melee.
Yeah, so ideally, we go Mark, Ragnarok, and Justin are kind of like interplaceable in terms of the order. I guess you would want Ragnarok to go first just because Justin can heal. So just being able for him to deal damage and then Justin heals Ragnarok. But I guess in a sense, you would want Justin to heal you before you go into combat. I say you, I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's benefits to Ragnarok going before Justin and vice versa, but ideally, Mark goes first.
Now I want to ask, because this is important to ask. Would you want Justin to hold his turn to move after you? Because he can do that, but the problem is you'd have to tell him before you know what the initiatives are, and you don't know if he goes before or after you. You don't know if who's going, because initiatives are hidden turn 1, right? Entirely.
Yeah.
So when you roll initiative, you're not going to know Justin, you're not going to know Mark's, and you're not going to know your opponents. And you'll find out as we go.
But I mean, if he holds his turn until after me, first turn, he goes his normal thing. Let's say I roll an 8. He rolls a 2. He's going to use that 2 initiative. After round, like that first round of combat, though, he would go after me, right?
What do you mean?
Like, if I have a way higher initiative, all the opponents go, and then Justin goes. If he holds his action until my turn, he goes immediately after me for all consecutive rounds.
I guess technically yes. But that'd be such a fucking waste because that's an entire turn of him doing nothing. Holding a turn would be moving down on the initiative, not moving up, because that means you just flushed your entire first round and you're basically on round 2 for yourself. You're basically saying, I want to be moving closer. At that point, it would be better for the higher initiative to drop down. Like, there's no reason why someone with a lower initiative... Essentially, what I'm asking is, if Justin got a higher initiative than you, would you want him to hold his action, or would you want him to just start?
I would say he just starts because, round 1, he can clear 60 feet. Same as Ragnarok. I would say he goes first. But it's a weird thing because, it doesn't break a strategy. Because if Ragnarok goes before Justin, big whoop. Other strong guy goes first. So, I guess it doesn't really matter to me. In an ideal sense, Justin goes first. But you're not going to hear me complain if Ragnarok goes before Justin.
Now, I should also ask this. For starting positions, right? As you will probably have control over all 3 of their starting positions, at least in terms of describing where you want them, and then I will assume where to put them, right? So you won't be able to get them exactly. Do you want Justin to be right next to you or be a bit away from you? The logic here being, obviously, there's benefits to being right next to Justin and vice versa. Yeah. But at the same time, there's also AoEs that can affect you guys.
Yeah, I would say he starts a little bit away from.
Ideally, would you want it to be within 30 feet away from you, or how far away from you? Because turn zero, you have 80 feet of movement. He has 60. So in theory, if you all move forward, he'll be 20 feet behind you regardless. But so what do you think?
I think within 30 feet because I want him to be able to move in, and be able to attack. But if, for example, people rush up, it would be nice to have them far away. Or, as you mentioned, AoE spells, having only one person there instead of two, always nice. So yeah, ideally within 30 feet, maybe within 20 feet, but that's kind of pushing a little bit.
Okay,
So I guess
so ideally like
honestly,
30 so that it benefits from your reaction.
yeah, 15 to 30. So let's say for whatever reason they target Justin, I can just be like, oh nope, minus 2d6.
Which is a lot, and that's really good. I think that will greatly benefit Justin with the 20 AC on him already. So
Oh yeah, and like reactions can be used like after you know it hits.
Like, yeah, for that one in particular, you would use reaction after. Does it say after damage is rolled, or what does it say exactly?
What for
Guardian? They take damage. Okay, so when damage is rolled, you can just reduce it. So if they roll low, you don't have to use it.
If they roll like if they roll, 10, I could be like, oh, roll. Oh, look, 11. Oh, you don't do any damage.
That's really fucking funny, dude.
Yeah,
I actually love that ability so much. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love using it all the time. I think my favorite time using it was when we got the 3 new members for the Heroes of Mole Master, Balthazar, Matthew, and then Arya. But Balthazar and Matthew, who is on Dropping the Ball. That's their team name, right?
Yeah, Dropping the Ball.
They're Dropping the Ball. I was thinking of another team. But yeah, Balthazar and Matthew 2v2'd Mark and Ragnar.
It's funny, they actually talked about this exact 2v2 very briefly in their interview too.
Yeah, it was a nice 2v2, very even. But Quentin had this like funny reaction to me just going, oh no, you only do this much damage. He's like, what? What?
Yeah.
And then I was like, sorry man, the die still? Oh man, it must suck to not be able to reduce damage. But it was funny because they were the exact same build basically.
It was Barbarian and Rogue versus Barbarian and Rogue.
Yeah.
Did you guys win or lose? I think you lost, right?
We lost, but it was Barbarian versus Barbarian, and I think it was a last hit situation.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, Matthew rolling low, which I think he was like 1 or 2 hit like damage away from not downing Ragnar. No, you know what it was? That was when I busted out half orc feature, Relentless Endurance.
Oh yeah.
You drop your HP but aren't killed, you can instead drop the 1 HP. And then it was me not doing enough damage. That's what it was.
You know what's a shame, by the way? I was thinking about this. You know how there's feats that have prerequisite races, right?
Yeah.
Are you aware of the half-orc one?
No.
It is actually, like, kind of dummy busted. Do you want to see it?
I'll look it up while you talk to
I have it right here.
People.
Orcish Fury.
Oh!
It's something that, honestly, if you had this, you'd be a lot scarier as an individual in the, tournament, right? But you do not have it, unfortunately. But, you could get it in time.
Well, you gotta slide that on.
Yeah, it's actually on the character sheet.
Oh, wait, yo. Oh, wait. Backspacing Tavern Brawler. Orcish.
Yo, how did that get there? What? Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, for all of those of you who don't play half orcs and don't know what this feat is, you get a +1 to your strength or con, which is great because both of them are odds for him, especially his strength, which is a +2. I think you were one of the only people with a +2 as their main attack stat coming into this, because con is your highest stat, which does mean Orcish Fury would be a bit helpful in the future at least, but like, it's a bit of a disadvantage. It's fine. You got Justin there to smite. He's racking up damage. But you
next level, because I'll be taking my 8th level in Barbarian. That's like set for spoiler alert.
I think there's another one actually. I'm thinking there's another one. Orc beat 5e. I'm pretty sure there's another one. Am I wrong? Is only
You're usually wrong. Burn.
Is it only
Boom. Just dabbed myself.
Orcish Fury? I thought there was one that did more crit damage. Beats that.
I don't know.
Adds more crit damage. Half works. 5e.
mean, I can take this next level because I'm 7-1
Maybe
barbarian.
I'm just thinking of
fighter.
Savage Attacker. I might just be thinking of Savage Attacker, to be honest.
I think you are.
No,
or,
I don't think I am.
yeah,
Fuck.
you're probably.
I don't know what it is. I'll find it eventually, dude. I'm really mad that I don't know what it is right now because I know there's a cracked build that allows
Yeah.
orcs to essentially a barbarian orc can get up to like 4d12 on their swing, you know? And I just don't remember what it was. I just don't remember what it is.
Oh well.
But yeah, that's it for the synergy, right? They're pretty much two frontliners and a backliner, and the frontliner's gonna keep help each other while also making sure nobody passes them. That's kind of the goal. Because they don't really have any healing options besides Lay on Hands, which Justin will probably use in bulks because there's no benefit to taking entire action away from his attack. That's the biggest problem. It's an action. If it's a bonus action, insanely good. As an action, it's okay. So now I want to get to my favorite part of this entire interview, right?
Yeah.
Which is consistently been the bracket itself.
Oh my god.
So we voted that you guys will not be able to see the actual bracket, right? But you will be able to see the other teams that are in your quarter of the bracket. And I'm going to send them to your chat, but I'm also going to read them out loud and tell you if they're a player team or an NPC team. And
quarter, right?
It's a quarter, yeah. So I will let you guys, I'll let you react each time I say a team name, okay?
Okay.
Starting off, this is alphabetical order. You have Team Triple S, the player team.
Holy Jesus. Do I know that team? I think I know that team.
I think you know the player on that team. It's the only other individual one.
What's up, Kyle?
Yeah, it's Kyle's, baby.
Yeah. I hope you won.
You got the player team. Oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna butcher this word. Give me a second. I'm gonna pronounce. I want to make sure I'm right.
Man, imagine not knowing the teams.
The Ineffable Vagabonds, a player team.
Oh, I see them. Yeah.
You have the Co Brothers, an NPC team.
Co?
Yeah, the Co Brothers.
Gotcha.
You have the Maelstrom Raiders, or Maelstrom, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Maelstrom. The Maelstrom Raiders, an NPC team. You have the Phoenixes, an NPC team.
Oh, Rip Uchi.
Rip Uchi.
I shed a tear.
You got the Reptile Rippers, an NPC team. And the last team, last player team, is the Salty Seamen.
Oh, wait, that's a fun. Wait, shit, no! I promised them that I would see them.
yeah. No. I was there when you promised Eric you'd see him in the finals. I was there, and I was laughing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't get to see them in finals. You get to see them in quarterfinals, the latest, if you're lucky. Isn't that fun? Isn't that exciting?
So, if any of the Salty Seamen are here listening now, I'm sorry, friends. If I don't win, you guys are winning. You got my blessing.
It's really entertaining that we're talking about the Salty Seamen. This is the first time in the entire interview episodes they'll probably be mentioned, right? And their interview is next. Probably. They have episode 5. So all of you who are watching this and are like, who the fuck are the Salty Seamen? You get to find out very soon if this is coming out live.
They're probably giggling because Seaman.
Yeah, Seaman. Funny. It's spelled Seamen, you know, so it's not sexual, guys. It's actually they're a lot of fun. They're actually they got a one shot. They got a one shot with this group that I ran with them in person because I know them all IRL.
Nice. Hey, so, where did you host that one shot?
Just shut the fuck up. I'm not leaking my address, bro. Anyways, but I want to know, and I've been asking every team these questions. On this list, what team do you want to fight that you're like, oh yeah, I can take them. Like I want this battle to happen. I think it'll be awesome. Whether it's like a first round I can beat them, whether it's I think it'll be an epic battle. What team is sitting there as your I want to fight this team?
I want to fight Team Triple S because that's the only other single person team. And, you know, Kyle's my boy. I love Kyle. So I do want our battle to be legendary. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the two single player teams being in the same quarter, that's pretty hype. That's going to be a hype matchup.
The difference is, there is a slight difference. He controls all 3 of his team members.
He controls all.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's a reference to his campaign, and he joined as a, because I was like, hey, dude, I need another person, right? And he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
So he joined very, very kindly. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you if you're listening to this. Love you so much. So he joined, and I like the team a lot. And you know, I think it'll be fun. What team on here do you not want to fight? Do you not want to face off against her? You're like, fuck. Like, I don't know if I can beat them. I think it'll be a boring match. Who is it and why?
I mean, it's probably going to be one of the NPC teams. I guess. I don't recognize any of the names because, Zach has mentioned NPC team stuff. At least, I don't know if it's many people, but at least to me, he's mentioned a few because I've been notoriously good at making rational decisions in character. And even so, he hasn't given me any information about the teams, just like, possible builds that they're on. Can you tell me if one of the teams here is the Twitch chat?
Because that VOD is public, technically, I can tell you they are not here.
Wonderful.
The Twitch chat team is not on here. It's funny because at this point, by the way, the other interviews will all be done, right?
Yeah.
As in the other 3 when this episode comes out. So the Twitch chat team will be already mentioned at this point. Yeah, but it's a matter of, I don't know if they've watched it. I don't know if they were there for the stream. So yeah, go on.
Yeah. Speaking of a stream, where could people possibly find you?
Bro, I'm not self-plugging. They're already watching this, and that's all I need, right? I mean, I stream on Twitch, right? I stream gaming stuff, but that's not important right now. I'm the DM. I'm the DM. I'm not the gamer.
You are a gamer.
But right now I'm the DM.
But /NGZack0.
God damn it, dude.
Because he's being modest here. He's being modest here. I do this, and this is the first time he is not, he's being bashful about it.
I feel bad plugging myself in my own content right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm plugging you.
You can do that.
It's a meme between us.
Yeah,
I always plug.
Tommy plugs my stuff too. It's really funny.
Yeah. I wonder, Tommy probably did he? Because you did his interview.
I don't think Tommy did the plug joke for myself, no.
Tommy, what are you doing, you cheesehead?
But yeah, anyway, you've narrowed down to an NPC team, but you have not picked which one are you most afraid of.
I'll say, no, not the most afraid of. It's the one that.
Oh yeah, the one you don't want to fight, whether it be a fear, whether it be boredom.
I don't want to fight the reptile rippers because it makes me think of.
Did you say?
There you go. There's my logic.
You cut out of it. You said things you think of what?
I said reptile rippers. They make me think of Lazar.
Lazar is from the original campaign that Reptile came from, and he was a Mayo's character, as I mentioned previously. The one that said the Kingsman line, and he was really shitty. A really shitty character.
How's the Pokemon going for you? You get any VMAXs? The only thing you're gonna be getting is an Max,
bro. Why are Pokemon players? Why are Pokemon TCG players getting VMAX instead of V cards, bro? You know what I'm saying? They're collect a different type of V card, bro. That's all I'm saying. No, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you Pokemon TCG fans. I swear, I promise, I love you guys. Literally, one of the teams here, Team, which is an acronym. They'll get their own interview eventually. All competitive TCG players for Pokemon, which is really cool.
Hi Sawyer.
What was that?
I said hi Sawyer.
Oh, you said hi Sawyer. Okay.
Because he's on that.
Yeah, he's on that team.
He's on that team, which I hope he sees this and then baby rages about me making fun of Pokemon TCG. I expect a DM. When you get to this point, Mayo, Sawyer, DM me, whatever you want. I really don't care.
Oh, you're never gonna get the DM.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna get the DM.
You think so? You think you'll watch it?
DM.
You think you'll watch it all the way?
I think I'll watch it. Just like all of you beautiful people watching the Winged Warriors interview. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Yeah, you're all wonderful if you made it this far so far, because we're nearing the end. I just have one more question to ask you.
Yes?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
42.
I need an actual answer.
For realness, though? Yeah. I'm not gonna admit this to anybody because, to all the people who are listening, I will be hyping it up that I am going to win. But, it's a solid 6. I'm a 6 confidence guy.
6? Do you think,
I don't want to be
do you think it'll be, you'll get to, quarterfinals and then lose? Or do you think you'll get to,
I'm quarterfinals minimum.
Okay, so you're getting top 8 teams. This is your goal.
Yeah, and I also, I want to set the bar a little bit low for myself because I want to surpass that. If I go, oh yeah, I'm making it the finals, and I convince you, if I make it the finals, and I've convinced myself that I'm going to make finals, it's going to be satisfactory.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it's going to be, soul-crushing, cry.
Your entire life's led to this moment, and you just lost. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all 17 years of my for this tournament. But if I set the bar to, okay, quarterfinals, once I surpass it, I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Ah, yeah, you got the conch line. Let's go. That's hype. All right, all right. I know that was my last question, but I lied. I have one more question. Where can people find you if they wanted to find you? If they wanted to keep up with all the Julian content, plug yourself. This is your opportunity to do so.
Well, let me see here. I do wish to stream at some point in my life. So if you're for whatever reasoning listen in like a year or two time, and I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/aceofjulian or youtube.com/aceofjulian. But I'm bad at, keeping promises. So you can find me on twitter.com at Ace of Julian. It's where I post a lot of, I post a lot of Splatty Tune clips. Tune 3, hype game, love that game a lot.
Love the game, it's fantastic.
If I'm feeling frisky, I'll give you guys Instagram. But, that's for exclusive viewers. So if you like the content that you see on this video, go to our Patreon, www. Go fuck yourself.
We don't have a Patreon.
Yeah, if you like what you see, not even just me, just anybody here, make sure to, keep up with everything, because, obviously Zach is going to use this for more than just a tournament arc, right, Zach?
Yeah, dude, I have so many plans. This tournament arc, let me tell you guys, this tournament arc is only the beginning. This is my first project as a DM to try and stand out, and then future stuff, I will be eventually running my own campaign here, Who knows, maybe a tournament arc 2 in like a few years' times, maybe if I got big enough, that'd be kind of cool. Who knows?
Are you gonna plug the Discord for that?
No,
not yet.
No.
You gotta plug Discord? Okay.
Because I probably will be making. I'll be real with you. I just fuck. I don't need to plug a Discord right now. I just want them to. Guys, here's the plug. The Spotify you're on. Keep watching right now. Don't turn away for a second. It's gonna get great. It's gonna get crazy.
If you want more of me, Julian, just view this, send it to your friends, because I need the validation, Lord knows. And plus, it helps Zach get people viewing any episode of the interview. It makes funny serotonin go up. Happy chemical going up is very nice for every human being.
Send this to your mom. Specifically your mom. I want your mom to see it. That's actually like a full demand. Like, you need to. Yeah. Like, you need to right now. Your mom needs to see this right now. If not this episode, a episode eventually,
Yeah, and then after you show your mom, show your whole family, extended family, and then show your normal friends, show your peers, President of the United States.
Oh shit, nice. Obama running for a third term because of this podcast?
Obama?
Yo, Obama, Obama didn't have the balls to run for a third term until this podcast hits 100,000 views, okay? That's when he's gonna run for a third term.
You know why he isn't running for his third term? It's because he's been training for Tournament Arc Season 2, baby.
Oh shit! We're getting Obama in Gauntlet of Champions Season 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next Matt Mercer. All I'm saying. So yeah, I guess that wraps up my interview, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you again for this whole process and sitting down. Obviously, it means a lot to me that this is happening. I've been working on this for months, so it's great. Knowing that I got your support.
I'm as best as I can to work with you. So
I've been sick, and like my voice is. I don't even know if they're gonna notice that my voice is not like at its finest, but like right now it's starting to die again. So I need to stop the fucking interview. Okay, that's gonna be everything. You have any final messages to give to the fucking audience?
Change the world with final message. Goodbye. Brussels sprouts suck. Fuck you, Quentin Strange.
Hey Julian, wait. I think the One Piece. I think it's real.
Oh, One Piece! Oh my god!